Don't turn it off. Today's episode gonna be a bit different.
Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful day for a ride.
Don't turn it off. Today's episode gonna be a bit different than usual. Few of you that watch my videos do know that I mentioned a few times that I wish to change my motorcycle. My current ride is still very good and works without any problem. It takes me wherever I want to go, well, almost everywhere. It's a Honda CB600F, also known as Honda Hornet from 2008, which I called Sting. Most of my long and short travels are on tarmac, but from time to time there are some gravel and dirt roads. If I need to go a certain spot, I'm not able to do that because of the type of motorcycle that I ride. The places that I do visit are sometimes off a beaten track, so that's the issue. And it would be nice if I would have such a possibility to be able to go wherever I want, no matter what kind of road I'm gonna encounter. And that's the most important reason why I wish to change the type of motorcycle that I ride. There are several requirements that I would like to meet by the new motorcycle. The first one is the ability to ride off-road. I would like that my ride wouldn't be having any problems on the road like that one, that one, and also that one. The second one is the weight of the motorcycle. It should not be heavier than the one that I have now. It has to be less than 200 kilograms. Third one, the motorcycle should be ready to ride without additional investments right after the purchase. Fourth, it should be equally efficient both on off-road and on the road. And the fifth one, obviously, within the budget that I have. And the last one, just have to like it visually, but that's less important. It doesn't have to have so much power as my current motorcycle got. So it's about 100 horsepower. This is the short list of requirements that I would like that the new motorcycle would meet. I've been digging through the depths of the internet and some reviews on YouTube from some time now. I have watched countless reports from motorcycle fairs and have also been to such fairs myself. And from all of this, several brands and models emerge as a candidates for the title of the new ride. Here are the ones that qualify for the final. I've managed to ride most of them before making my decision. I won't be discussing the technical data of the motorcycles because you can see it in countless reviews on YouTube. First one on the list is KTM 390 Adventure SW, the one with the spoke wheels. The main advantages of the KTM are the small weight, because it weighs only 170 kilograms. Very capable engine. It haven't got any problems on road and off-road. A compact build of the motorcycle. Suspension adjustments. LED lights. It drives very nice, and there is a 6-speed gearbox. But it also has some disadvantages. The engine sounds like there are some loose screws inside of it. That's probably a characteristic for all the KTM engines. I don't like that sound. It makes me feel that there's something broken inside. And the factory exhaust sounds like a moped or something similar. The position on the motorcycle is a bit cramped. You can see a bit low quality on a few parts of the motorcycle. Like the chain and the screw heads. I know that's the matter of taste, but from the front it looks like an ant or something like that. That's how it looks for me. The second on the list is Honda CRF 300 Rally. It's very light, well built motorcycle, but it's oriented more for off-road. There's not much of electronics. The ground clearance is 275 millimeters. That's quite high. The weight of the motorcycle is only 153 kilograms, and it got 6-speed gearbox, so that's also an advantage. Unfortunately, the seat is quite high, but after you sit on it, you might feel that there's something wrong with the suspension, because I've sat on it on the Ferris, and I thought I've broke something, because the rear suspension is very soft. The front one is also very soft. The biggest disadvantages is the power of the motorcycle, because it's just 27 horsepower, and it isn't too much when you wish to go on some motorways. The last thing, it's also a matter of taste, but when you look at it from the front, the headlights are asymmetrical, so not everyone likes it. That's it for the Honda. But the next one on the list is also a Honda. This one is CB500X. Newest edition is it's called NX500. I did have the opportunity to ride CB500X, but didn't manage to ride the new one, NX500. The advantages of the CB500s are the great engine, working very smooth. The gearbox, 6-speed of course. There's a 47 something horsepower, so it's enough take over any lorry on the motorway without any problem. But there are also some disadvantages. Not many of them, but the most important one for me is the weight of the motorcycle. The dry weight of the motorcycle is 197 kilograms without any fluids. So with the fluids, it's going to be more than 200 kilograms, much more, like 215 maybe. And the second disadvantage is that the motorcycle is more oriented towards the tarmac roads, because if it got casted wheels, and there isn't any option for the spoke wheels from the dealer. The fourth one on my list is Royal Enfield Himalayan, the 451, the new edition. Been able to ride this one and the previous model, 411. I didn't consider the previous model. It's more like a tractor. It's very capable off-road, but there's an issue on road because of the lack of the power. Advantages of the 450. I think it's gonna be capable off-road and on-road. The gearbox works very smooth as for a single-cylinder motorcycle. There's a 6-speed gearbox. The weight of the motorcycle is 196 kilograms wet, so it's ready to ride. The engine has 40 horsepower. The retro looks, it's 4+ onto this one. You're able to adjust your seat without any kind of additional kit or special stuff that you need to buy separately. I didn't find too many disadvantages on this model. One is the lack of the central rear stoplight. The rear stoplights are in the indicators, so when you're gonna smash it somewhere in the, I don't know, single track, you're without rear brake light. There's unusual design of the side stand, because the motorcycle leans very to the side. From this position it's quite heavy when you want to put it up straight. Smaller riders would have an issue with that. I think that's the one thing that have to be, I don't know, redesigned, or you have to buy some additional accessory side stand to it. The third thing is a very small windscreen. All the motorcycles on the list do have some quite nice windscreens. The one in the Himalayan isn't too big. It's just for protecting the dashboard. That would be probably another thing to consider to change if someone would like to buy this motorcycle. I was also interested in another brand and model. It's made in China. It's CF Moto, and the model is 450 MT, but I didn't have the opportunity to ride it or even look at it closely. because at the first there was just a poster with that model on the CF Moto stand, and there wasn't any motorcycle over there, and they weren't able to import it on time to Poland, and I didn't have the opportunity to go to the dealer to have it for a test ride. These are all the brands and models of the motorcycles that I do take under consideration when buying a new one for me. All of the models are very cool and very interesting, but they do also have a few drawbacks. Of course, this is my subjective opinion on those types of motorcycles. I'm not very experienced rider in this type of niche of motorcycles. This is first time for me. The final choice will be probably a choice of compromises, because you cannot have everything, and there isn't a model that suits all the things that I wish to have totally in 100%. There isn't a unicorn, so I have to compromise. In the next episode you're gonna probably know which one that I chose for my ride. This episode was a bit unusual because I weren't riding. Sorry for the voice overdue. I'm not a professional. There's too many stuff to remember, and during the ride it's quite difficult to remember all the datas and everything. I hope you did like this kind of video. It's first time for me. I'm not a professional reviewer or a guy who compares different types of motorcycles or gear. That's something I'm not familiar with. I think it's all for today. So if you did like it, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe down below. See you next time.